Welcome to the Urban Cowgirl Show. In 2011, we trained our Morgan horses and miniature Zebu heifer Susie to lead blindfolded. Trustworthy leading is important in equine bovine assisted therapy.
We've taken a fly mask and put in a nice soft rag. We're just using paper clips now. I may just sew it in for this exercise because we'd like to do it with the other horses too. And we are trying to see whether our horses will trust us enough to allow us to lead them today with halter and lead rope when they can't see where we're going. Craig Cameron did this on his extreme cowboy race, and in fact, one of the best and the cutest horses in that exercise was a mule. He was being very, very responsive to his handler, and he was lifting his legs, his feet, really high. Like he kind of knew I better lift my feet because I can't see where I'm going. And he got a good score on that task in Craig Cameron's extreme cowboy race. But what it made me realize was I need to make sure my horses will trust me enough that even if for some reason they can't see through their fly mask or can't see out of the front of their or the sides of their eyes, that they will go where I ask them to go. So we're doing it for the first time with Sadie. It looks like a net fly mask, but in fact there is a soft rag in there. Now she hears things. She could be really a handful. This is the first time we've ever done it. And we're gonna show you how we do it with the other horses too. You can see she's stressed. She can't see. And if you don't even move today, I think it's okay because I do see stress. I do see distrust. Yes. Right, and we've got a worker behind us doing some tool work. All right, this is step one. We're just showing you. Her back leg is cocked, but I'm saying, okay, she's going to ask for a step forward. It's all right. Good girl, Sadie. She knows Rosie's voice and my voice. She cannot see what she's stepping on. But she's allowing Rosie. I didn't even think we'd go that far today. I hope we're not taking too big of a step today. The fly mask on that does not allow her to see where she's stepping. And she's being awfully good, so we want to show you. She's giving Rosie, her handler, her trust. Because there is a soft rag sewn into that fly mask now so that Sadie cannot see where she's going. And look how good she's being.
In the next session, we blindfolded Eve and Semi for a second time. Then we asked Semi to trot out with the blindfold on.
Firecrest Easter Eve and the blindfold.
What do you think?
We want to do it a couple times with each of my Morgan horses here at Minmore Farms.
Yeah.
And remember that fly mask has an insert that makes it so that she cannot see where we're asking her to lead. So she has to trust us. And this is one of my other pastures. Different footing, some hills and valleys. Yes, and she's being real careful, but she is being compliant. We don't see any resistance, a little bit of caution, which I certainly encourage. Yes, she's just not sure how to put her feet down.
You're okay. Sadie, don't you come over here. And that's
We've done it twice with Sadie. Now we've done it twice with Eve.
That's fine. You're a good girl.
Here you will see a clip of mini Zebu heifer Susie being led with a blindfold on.
So now she cannot see. She can maybe see some shadows, but I want to see if Susie, my heifer, will trust me and lead with a blindfold on. And I want to show you. This is the first time I've tried it. Let's go, Susie. Come on, Susie. Come on, Susie. Good girl. Good girl. Good girl, Susie. Come on, Susie. Good girl. Now she has tremendous peripheral vision. So I am going to tighten this fly mask. She definitely cannot see through it. Come on, Susie. Very nice. Come on, Susie. I want her to trust me. We've done a lot of things with Susie and Rusty. And this is the first time we've asked Susie to lead with a blindfold on. No problem. So I'm going to take her with her blindfold on to her cow pen where she's going to have her treats.
Here are excerpts showing how we trained heifer Susie to pull a cart. This activity can be used in bovine-assisted therapy.
It's always a call. Well, when do you want to quit and say you've accomplished your objective? I'm going to call it now. It's been months since we've done this. We're going to pull the shafts out and we'll be free of this vehicle that could become a very scary predator. In this session with Susie, Sonia sat in the cart for the first time. Well, it took us about 10 minutes, but we have her now tacked up with the drive lines. The camera a little bit forward in the hopes that now that I'm sitting in the cart, we can get her to step up again. And we're being real careful not to walk too close to her eyes on the right side, because that is where she tends to get a little bit spooky, and we're not sure right now. And my driving whip is on the ground, and you can see I'm cautiously leaning down to get it. I don't want to make any sudden movements. I'm going to put one leg over. It's all right, Susie. See, the shafts of the cart are being held down and up by dog collars, so my weight in the cart is not changing the position of the shafts, and they are essentially parallel to Susie. It's all right, Susie. She's feeling this. She's rocking back a little bit. And doing it very slowly. This is the first time I've ever sat in the cart. And my driving whip, if Susie were well trained and we had done this many times, I would just tap her on the hip and ask her to go, but I'm not going to give her that extra cue today. I just wanted to make sure that when we get there, this driving whip will work. It's a whip that I used for my horses in my horse cart. I'm holding on to the lines that are the driving lines, and I'm going to ask her to step up, and I'm going to ask Rosie and Ed to just ask her to go forward a couple steps. Step up, Susie. Step up. Very nice, Susie. Whoa. Well, that was uneventful. My goodness. Let's do 2 more steps, okay, guys? Step up, Susie. Whoa. And I'm tugging back a little bit. That was very nice for me, the driver. Now I'm just going to put my driving whip down. I don't want to spook her back here, so I'm very carefully, like I entered, going to exit off the back. Eventually I should be able to enter and exit from the sides, but I'm trying to keep my weight even. Whoa, Susie. Leg is down. A lot of cart driving first lessons are done this way, by the way, with one leg almost out of the cart and off the ground, but so a quick exit can be made. But because I had 2 people at the head, I didn't do it that way today. I actually sat in the cart, and now we've done it. For the first time on little mini Zebu heifer calf Sela's back, a lead line saddle, a very lightweight lead line saddle. And if she doesn't get totally distressed by it, we'll actually cinch it up. We have a short cinch that should fit. Now Seela, is about 3/4 the size of her mommy, Susie. Susie's there behind that portable panel. Brianna's going to help me today. Seela is very friendly with Brianna. They do things together every day. As a matter of fact, Brianna just told me that Seela seems to know her name. I'm going to, actually, because Brianna works with Seela more often than I do, I'm going to hold the lead line, and Brianna is going to try to just place the saddle on Seela's back. And you'll see that I have a little dolly on top of the saddle to signify that, yeah, if there were a kid here at Minmore Farms and we trusted Seela eventually after her training, maybe the kid could take a mini Zebu ride with the lead line saddle. Let her smell. Yeah, maybe get down to her level. Aha, a lot of resistance right away. She says, wait a minute, I'm backing away from this thing. But she's looking at it now. Oh, I hope you can see this. I'm pretty sure you can, but let me have Brianna hold this as well to show her the saddle so you can see the investigation. It's so important to allow them to investigate these things that cause them stress. See how she's backing off? If today we just get her to investigate, I'd be happy. That would be a good sub-objective for the ultimate goal of cinching that lead line saddle on Seela and having her walk G and Ha forward and backward. Yeah, she's good enough that Brianna can handle the lead line. There you go. There, she's doing what I want her to do. She's a prey animal. If a prey animal even just investigates something that stresses them, that scares them, it is a positive sign that they are willing to possibly deal with it rather than to flee from it. Very good. Now, if Seela were to stand there for any length of time, I could go and take the lead line and let Brianna try to put it on back. Now you see she's backing off. Okay, that's okay. I'll just follow along, and you do what you have to do to get Seela to say, oh, I don't have to back away from this thing. I'm not afraid of it. I've checked it out. Doesn't seem to be a predator, although she's never seen it before. That I can guarantee you. She's pooping, probably out of stress. Yes, there's that cinch. She's checking it out. Yes. See how lightweight it is? Brianna can lift it up with her right hand from the handle. See, how close can we get today to getting it to her back? We don't want to stop on a bad note. We want to stop on a good note of resolution. So it's always a judgment call. Now she's backing away again. You know, what's the recipe? You know, there is none. We're creating this activity as we go. It was years and years and years ago that I did the same thing with Susie. And I can't remember how young Susie was. We finally got her to allow us to cinch it up and lead her around. As a matter of fact, we used ground driving lines to lead her around. There's a lot of investigation, and you see the saddle went up over her head, which is yet another challenge. What I've learned by working with my Zebus all these years is that they're very, very sensitive on their backs. Probably because if they're going to be attacked by some predator, it very likely will be a pounce on the back. So getting this thing on her back will probably not be accomplished in today's session. Allowing her to accept this strange object, this obstacle, over her head, around her head, is enough of a challenge. Yes. And of course we do it on both sides. And based on the results so far, Brianna, I'd say if you can get her to investigate when you approach her head, go over her head, around her head, we won't even try for the back today. But we'll get there. Oh, very good. That's very close. Now, can we actually change our goals? Let's see what she does. Oh my goodness. That's a much better accomplishment than I thought we should get. Let's just stand here for a moment. Yeah, let her realize that it's not going to do anything but sit there right now. I definitely don't want to try to cinch it up. You agree? Okay, that is quite an accomplishment for today's first session with Mini Zebu heifer Seela, who is, about 7 months old. I've lost track. I'd have to go back to birth records.
I don't think we'll be able to cinch it up anyway. It's too big.
It's too big. I wondered about that.
She is letting the cinch touch her belly.
She is. Okay. Yes, she is. Okay, and let's see. About, what's about 7 inches too long, would you say, to cinch? Because it is on the shortest hole on this side.
I'd say it's more like a foot too long.
A foot too long. I'm going to look around for a smaller cinch, or one that's adjustable to a tiny length. And I do think I have one, and it's not that one, it's another one that I noticed in the cart shed when I went to get this lead line saddle. So that'll be our next session with the shorter cinch. Actually try to buckle it. And that's all for today. Sonia Sokolow, the Urban Cowgirl, with Mini Zebu heifer Seela. With Seela, little Mini Zebu heifer Seela. We are going to cinch up the lead line saddle today. And if all goes well, we're going to get her used to drive lines. I made these especially for my Zebus. And see my tool here, my arm extension, just a piece of PVC to start rhythmic pressure cueing for forward motion and lateral motion. Step up. Rhythmic pressure, rhythmic pressure. Step up. Brianna, why don't you take the lead line and together. Step up. Step up. Step up, Seela. Step up. Good. As soon as I get ever so slight the right answer, the pressure goes away. That's her reward. Let's go just to the tip of that rubber mat. Step up. Very good. Already improvement. Very good. Now today, as I said, we're going to try to cinch up. We have a shorter cinch. Cinch up the lead line saddle. And you're going to get to watch. Steady now. Steady now. Good girl. Good girl. Investigation. So important. Get down to their level. So important. Good girl. Seela. It's all right. We may have to take a few steps back. We got this far last time, but you know, that was like 2 days ago. She wasn't quite sure about it then. She's still not quite sure about it. So we may not go on to the driveline step today. One small step at a time. We'll see. It's all right, Seela. It's all right. It's all right. It's all right. Good girl, Seela. We got this far last time. When that saddle started to touch her back started twitching, which I've noticed about my Zebus for a long time now. They're very, very sensitive on their backs. And now we're cinching up so far. The cinch feeling is not getting her spooked. If it were, I have my lead line. We have Rusty on the other side of that fence over there. That's a gate. We have Susie, her mom, right nearby on the other side of that fence. And she cinched up.
It's still too big. But,
still too big. Okay, but at least it is buckled.
Yeah.
Okay, I was almost tempted to bring out the britchin, which is straps that go on the hips. And it took us a long time to get Rusty and Susie used to britchin, but you know, I don't want to take such a big step. Now, do you think the saddle will fall to one side or the other because it is so loose? Yeah, it will. Okay, then this is what we're going to do. If you'll hold this, we're going to need you to hold the saddle as I try to see if I can get any kind of motion control with these drive lines. Can you snap this one, these are just scissor snaps, on the side of the halter. Good, good. Okay. We don't want to do anything with fast motion. Everything is slow, calculated, investigation. Notice how this halter is just a horse halter, a colt halter, but made smaller with a bolt. Okay. Now I'm going to let you hold on to the lead line while you also hold on to the saddle. I'll hold on to this arm extension and to the drive lines, and I'm going to step behind. Now she might get spooked when I step behind, although she has tremendously wonderful peripheral vision. She can see me right now, and I'm right behind her. I can see her eyeballs looking at me. So you got to keep that in mind when you're leading or driving your Zebus. Good girl. Now I'm going to ask her to step up. In a moment, let me make sure it's clear of all the straps. It's all right, Susie. Now I'm going to make nice with my tool. Good. It's all right. Good girl. Next time, we can tie that saddle or bring a breast collar or something. We can tie it to the collar, to the halter, clasp it so it's easily removed. We're just doing this one step at a time so we can see how we're going to do it next time. Step up, Selah. Step up. Step up. A little rhythmic pressure back here. Behind the drive line being right here where the cinch is. Step up. Step up. Step up. Step up. Step up.
Step up.
Pull her a little bit. Good. Good. All right. That's good. Step up. Step up. Step up. Good girl. Good girl. Good girl, Selah. Good girl. Now I'm gonna step up G. I'm gonna start teaching her those words. G means right. Ha means left. Step up G. A little bit of pressure on the right drive line. Step up G. Good. 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 And stop. Just a couple steps. She's looking at me. She's wondering what I'm doing back here. But there's some trust. Some trust from my little heifer. Good girl, Selah. Good girl. Now I'm going to step up ha. Step up ha. Ha. A little bit of direct rein, a little bit of pressure on the outside. Step up ha. Brianna's trying to get forward motion. Step up ha.
Step up.
Step up. Good. Good. Woo. Woo. Good. Good. Again, try not to get your feet caught up in the drive lines. All right. Let's go step up G again. Step up G. Step up G. Good. Good. Steady. Ho. Good. Very important command to understand. She's doing very well. She's very concerned. I can see it in her body language and her facial expressions. She's very concerned about all of this. This is a lot of tack, a lot of tools, a lot of people all at once. But this is a safe place to do it. It's got portable panels. It's got her mom right over here. It's got her pop right over there. And she didn't get hurt. She's just curious and concerned. And that's all we'll do for today in training little mini Zebu heifer Selah to lead and drive. Here's our next session with Selah. We have already put the lead line saddle on. We have some, like a blue dog collar going around her breast up to the handles of the lead line saddle to help keep the saddle centered. And in fact, instead of using that string cinch We're using a strap that looks just like this that I've used in the past with my Zebus to steady the yoke. Well, we had two of them. One of them fits perfectly as a cinch. So we feel that today we can move on to the next step. Once again, we've got Susie, her mom, right nearby. We've got Rusty, her pop, on the other side of that fence there. I've got a lead line on, but I'm going to remove that lead line. I'm going to go and get the ground driving lines from Brianna. We practiced a little bit before we turned the camera on, but not very much. And in fact, I brought with me today my cart whip because I feel that that's a nice, gentle way to give Selah an extra cue, a tapping cue. Let's say I want to go G. Then I'm going to tap her on the left so she'll move away from the tap. I'll tug a little bit on the right drive line and then tap her so that she feels the other cue with the cart whip. So that's what we're going to do now. The next time we have the camera on, it'll be where we each take our role. Okay, here we go. We don't have the lead line on. We may have to put it back on. She may not be ready for just drive line and cues with my arm extension. You'll see, and we'll see, because we're going to try it now. Step up, Selah. Step up. Step up. Little rhythmic pressure above her tail. Step up. Step up. Step up. Now I'm going to go below her tail. Step up. Now she doesn't understand. So Brianna's going to come and put the lead line on. We're going to come towards the camera. Help Selah to understand. She wants to understand. Step up, Selah. Step up. Good. See, the extra lead line pull helped. Good, let's just go closer to the camera. Step up. And I'm going to stop her and back her. We haven't tried that yet. Rhythmic pressure. Step up. Step up. Step up. Okay, pull a little bit. Pull a bit more. Step up. Step up. Step up. Good. One step or two. Now let's let her think about it. Give her slack there in that lead line. She's looking back at me through her peripheral vision, trying really hard to understand what I want. Now I'm going to have another step up, and then we're going to whoa and back her. Step up. Step up. Step up. Step up. Step up. Step up. Pull harder. Step up. Step up. Step up. Step up. Good. Good. That was her back legs moved a couple steps. That's good enough. Now I'm going to ask for a back. Selah, back. Give and take. Back. Back. Good. Whoa. Whoa. Okay, now her head's going down. She's trying to get away from the pressure. She doesn't understand. But we'll continue to work with her. We'll be showing you our progress.
The two heifers, Susie and Selah, as well as Bull Rusty, are now well trained. See more at www.urbancowgirlchannel.com.